Hi guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. Taylor here. So on today's video, I'm going to be giving you the review and the scoop of everything to do with the Apple Airpods. Now, I know plenty of people have reviewed them and there have been plenty of people talking about them, and I'm going to be another one. But this is going to be specifically in terms of how good they are with traveling for long flights and periods of time, and how great the functionality is with your other Apple products. So let's find out if these AirPods are pack-worthy on this episode of Let's Get Packing. I had the chance to use the AirPods a lot. I bought them specifically because I wanted something that was lightweight, kind of unnoticeable in my ear, and something that would easily work with all my products. Being that all of my products are Apple products, I have a MacBook, an iPad, an iPhone, you know, I was like, well, let's keep it in the Apple family and try this and try these. So they do sound great. I did love that. I did not have the issue with them staying in my ear, as in like they stayed in my ear just fine, which is what I was honestly worried about. It's one of the reasons why it took me a while to get AirPods, because all of the other previous Apple headphones never stayed in my ear, like ever, period. I hated them. I never used them. However, these actually fit really comfortably, like just slide into your ear and they stay there and that's it. And they don't fall out. I've ran in them in bumpy car rides and stuff like that. Turbulence in an airplane. Like, I've had plenty of opportunity for them to fall out of my ear and they haven't. So that is something that's really good. And I do actually have pretty big ears, if you can't tell. Like, a lot of headphones will actually just fall out. That's why I don't really use a lot of inner ear earbuds. Rather, I use headphones and things like that that will just actually come on. So for traveling, which is the main time that I use headphones, honestly, like I'm not one of those people that like sits at home and listens to stuff on my headphones, honestly. But when I'm traveling, yes, when I'm sitting at the airport, when I'm on the airplane, if I'm in the back of an Uber or something, I basically always have headphones in. If I go out in public a lot of times, I'll have headphones in. So I do use my headphones a lot, but it is very important if I'm going to be using wireless ones to ensure that they're going to last for the duration of the travel. The battery on this is fantastic, actually. Like a charge will actually last on the headphones for about 5 hours, which is really good of just listening to music. It's a little bit less for talk time, but who's honestly sitting on the phone for 3-4 hours? Like, I guess not lonely people. Anyway, but like for listening to music and everything, 5 hours is a very long time for travel. But, however, what's great is the case is actually a charge case, meaning that when you when you put the AirPods in here, they start charging. There's a little green dot that's in here, and it actually turns like yellow and red while it's charging or whatever. A lot of times, honestly, what I do, because when I'm traveling, I typically play like my Switch or something, I'll usually have 2 headphones, honestly, and I'll have headphones that are plugged into my Switch that can go into the headphone jack, and they're in one ear so I can hear the game, and then I'll have one of these in my other ear. So actually doing it that way, it honestly, like, there's really no downtime because I can just basically swap them out. However, it does have a quick charge function. If you put both of the headphones in there, like 10-15 minutes, you get like a good couple more hours. And I did that, and it does work. It's really fantastic and great. So in terms of usability, so it's only going to work if you have Apple products. Clearly, it's made for Apple, but it is fantastic for pairing up with the devices and everything. Like, as in, basically, all I had to do to even set it up is just grab my phone and hold it to my phone, and then it'll actually, like you'll see the AirPods come up like that. Like, you'll see them come up. You can see the battery life of each AirPod. Clearly, I need to charge the case, but the AirPods are in there charged at 100%, so that's nice. But, and if I take them out, then it will automatically pair to that phone. It will show them separated and everything. So that's, like, very, very nice. And it does that with all of my Apple products. So it does that with my Mac, with my iPad, and everything else like that. There were only a couple of times in which, when I was trying to pair the headphones, where it wouldn't pair automatically to the phone, as in sometimes like I would open it and I would hear a little sound in the AirPods, but it wouldn't pair to any of my devices. I didn't know if maybe it was because I had too many devices going at once, like because I will be on my iPad and on my MacBook and on my phone at the same time, so it might be like, what the hell do I pair to? So I'm not sure if that was the reason why that happened or what. And then another thing I did experience on occasion was that sometimes the headphones would not sync. As in, whenever if you put one in your ear and you're listening to music or whatever, then it's just supposed to, then if you put the other one in, it's supposed to automatically sync with this one, with it, whatever it's synced to, and then it'll start playing in both. Sometimes I did experience, but it was very rare, but I did experience where when I put in the other one, it didn't play anything. Like I didn't hear anything out of that headphone. And I was like, what's going on? And I would have to actually take both of them out, put them back in the case, then take them both out again at the same time, and put them in my ear. So that was a little inconvenient, but it didn't happen a ton of times, so it wasn't like this super big thing. And again, I think that might have been because I have a lot of Apple products. It might have gotten confused of what product it is that I'm trying to get it synced to, but it was kind of weird when that would happen if it was already if one of the headphones was already synced to something. Like, they shouldn't be syncing to two different things, from my understanding of the way that they're supposed to work. So not sure about that, but that did happen a couple times, but maybe that was just something that's exclusively Taylor and you guys won't have to worry about. In terms of usability on your phone and the things that you can do with it, it's very simple. Like, all you have to do is go into the Bluetooth, and then you can actually find the AirPods, and you can click on the AirPod, and here's the menu for the various things that you can do. And it's disconnect, forget this device, you can name them, and then you can, here's the double tap that you can do on the AirPod. So it actually has like a menu. So for like my left ear, when that one's in, if I double tap on left, it'll play and pause the song. For right, it'll go to the next track. So these are the different options. It has Siri, play, pause, the next track, previous track, and off. So those are the options that you can do. Now it does kind of suck in that there are other headphones but they're a little bit more pricey, but they have a lot more functionality, as in you can do a lot more things with them that are wireless headphones like this, but a lot of those products don't work quite as well. This one is always going to have like really good sound and everything else like that, and the functions are always going to work, you know, correctly, being that it's all Apple stuff. But it is kind of a bit disappointing that you can basically only do two things on it, on you know, one thing per headphone, and then if you're only listening on one headphone, which is kind of like a point of this as well, then you can only do one of those two things that you can do. And it has automatic ear detection, so that's where it automatically transfers the audio from the connected device to the AirPods, which is what I have on, but you can turn that off. And then the microphone is automatic, where it will switch between the AirPod, but you can also set it to be on a specific AirPod. So all of that is very nice. So in terms of travel, in terms of fit, in terms of functionality, I do think that these are a great pair of headphones. They are $200, which is a bit pricey, but not for wireless headphones like this, where they don't have wires, they're completely separate, and you can listen to just one by itself. That is a very nice feature. A lot of people have been wondering if you can do that. Yes, they do work independently. Alright, so the struggle is real. My light died, but oh well, I can see myself and there's enough lighting, so it'll be fine. But basically, in terms of traveling and in terms of longevity of really good wireless headphones, if you have Apple products, again, they only work with Apple products. If you have Apple products, then I definitely invest in it. They're $200, but I think it's worth it in terms of the seamless integration of using it on multiple Apple products, and in terms of just opening it and it connecting automatically to your MacBook and it connecting to whatever. Yes, other Bluetooth headphones do that. I'm well aware of that, but it's just, you know, I kind of tend to like to keep things all the same, so everything all Apple. Like, if I'm using Apple stuff, then I like it. These have worked great, and the battery life is fantastic, and the charging case works really well, and the quick charge feature is not something that I've seen on a lot of other wireless headphones. So I do think that's fantastic, because if I'm on a flight, the last thing I want to hear is the flight. Like, I don't want to hear the people or anything that's happening on the flight, so I want to make sure that I have headphones that are going to last for however long the flight is. And if you charge this up, if you're getting ready to go on an international flight that's going to take 12, 14, whatever hours, then you can get all of those hours of flight time basically out of this with minimal interruption for charging, where you're just kind of sticking it in and letting it charge. You can get probably about 24 hours out of this case if it's fully charged. So I actually need to charge mine, as you saw, because it is on 9%, so that's no bueno. I will put a link down below to purchase them on Amazon if you would like to get some of these. If you would like to get some comparable headphones, then I'll go ahead and post a link of some other ones that might be kind of comparable to these as well, that aren't necessarily the Apple headphones, if you don't want to spend $200 on a pair of wireless headphones. Alright, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I make new Let's Get Packing videos every week, so be sure to tune into those. If you want to see more of them, click the box right here. If you want to see me unboxing the products, such as this one when I got it, click the button right here. And if you want to subscribe to my channel and see all the videos that I make all the time that will help all of you do your best travel, live your best life, and save as much money as possible while getting the best products, then don't forget to subscribe, click the button down below, or click the button up here at the top. And as always, I will see you guys around the world. Bye.